She lost $75,000 on purpose, and a $44 balm prints millions. The public wrote her off as a permanently disgraced dependent. Her parents' federal fraud case vaporized every endorsement overnight, but the audit reveals a fiercely independent operator who converted toxic attention into a wholly owned, zero-debt cosmetics fortress. How does a canceled influencer build an international brand without spending a single dollar on traditional marketing? Olivia Jade Giannulli lost Sephora, Hewlett-Packard, and Dolce & Gabbana within 48 hours of the 2019 indictment. The story everyone accepted ends there. A trust fund kid, finished. But look at the paper trail. Within 12 months of the scandal, while her parents were negotiating federal plea agreements, the trademark for Olivia Jade Beauty was filed. Not by a sponsor, not by a talent agency, by her own wholly owned corporation. The ink on the incorporation documents dried long before the public thought she was even out of bed. Standard influencer brand incubators dilute founder equity to 10 or 15%. They stack royalties and debt onto the cap table before the first unit ships. She took none of their money. No venture capital dilution. No incubator royalty share. The result? A corporate entity with zero debt, zero equity partners, and 100% ownership of the supply chain. Here is where the public narrative cracks. In a 2020 social media post, she told followers she was taking time off to learn and grow. During that exact same period, corporate records show she was registering international trademarks and locking in manufacturing agreements with advanced South Korean laboratories. The full equity firewall was already in place, while the world assumed she was sidelined. The single most revealing financial decision. Olivia Jade did not start with Seoul. Her first manufacturer was a domestic lab in California. She wanted a powder bronzer and blush palette, but the lab refused to adjust the formula by less than 2%. 2%. That sounds minor, a small tweak in pigment dispersion or emollient balance. But for a product designed to sit on skin for hours, 2% is the difference between luxury and chalk. Most creators, desperate for cash and speed, would ship the compromised product and hope the influencer name carried sales. She walked away. Walking away cost her $75,000, roughly the price of a luxury SUV, or what many influencers spend on a single brand trip. She treated it as a quality control line item. She terminated the contract and spent 3 years coordinating directly with South Korean laboratories, the global apex of cosmetic formulation. 3 years is an eternity in influencer marketing, where typical merchandise cycles run 6 to 8 weeks. She used that time to lock in raw ingredient purity, advanced delivery systems, and packaging technology, all superior to domestic white label options. When her brand finally launched, the product chemistry could stand next to legacy prestige lines, not temporary influencer merchandise. Look at what she built instead of a rush job. A single stock keeping unit, a dual-ended bronze and glow balm called O.Dot Piccola. $44. One SKU means minimal warehouse bloat, zero inventory expiration waste, and maximum gross margin on every unit sold. The standard direct-to-consumer beauty brand pays for customers. Industry data shows an average return of $8.21 for every single dollar spent on marketing. But that dollar is spent before any product ships, which means margins erode fast. Olivia Jade spends nothing. She owns the distribution channel outright. Over 4 million followers across image and video platforms. Her customer acquisition cost is zero. Every $44 sale drops straight to gross margin after manufacturing and logistics. No agency retainer, no cost per click, just organic reach converted into revenue. She also distanced the brand from her own name and her own controversy. The original trademark filing was Olivia Jade Beauty. She later pivoted to O Piccola, derived from the Italian word for little. That legal separation makes the entity acquirable, a standalone asset that does not depend on her personal reputation. A beauty conglomerate can buy the brand without buying the founder. Here are the numbers you need. The average beauty brand gets $8.21 back for every ad dollar. Olivia Jade's balm retails for $44. She purposely lost $75,000 to guarantee absolute formula control. Based on that $8 return, the $44 price, and the $75,000 write-off, estimate her real liquid net worth. Write your estimate in the comments. We'll reveal the audited number on the other side. Here is the threat no one talks about. Her entire revenue engine depends on the mercy of third-party algorithms. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, they control the reach. There is no backup paid media budget, no shelf space at Sephora or Ulta. If a platform decides to throttle external shopping links or demote her content, the primary artery of customer acquisition is severed instantly. This is not hypothetical. In 2022, a major image sharing platform updated its feed algorithm to prioritize what it called meaningful social interactions over commerce links. 3 well-known direct-to-consumer fashion brands lost over 40% of their traffic in a single quarter. Within 6 months, 2 had filed for bankruptcy protection. The third was sold for cents on the dollar. Olivia Jade's 4 million followers are not just a marketing channel. They are the company's only checkout counter. One platform policy change, and the funnel collapses. She has built a clockwork fortune on land she does not own. Why losing $75,000 was Olivia Jade's smartest business move. That deliberate loss secured a South Korean supply chain and a product that competes on chemistry, not celebrity. That is the engine behind the audited numbers. Total estimated net worth, $20 million. Liquid assets, diversified equities, high-yield cash equivalents, retained corporate earnings, $12 million. That kind of liquidity means she could fund 2 more product launches at this same scale without touching a single dollar of outside capital. It is a 60% liquidity ratio, which grants immense operational flexibility and zero reliance on external credit. Illiquid assets, the standalone brand value of O Piccola, proprietary formulations, registered trademarks, $8 million. The corporate structure shields up to 60% of gross revenue from immediate taxation through pre-tax reinvestment, something no sponsor paycheck ever allowed. In July 2025, she relocated from Los Angeles to Paris, severing California state income tax obligations on future distributions. That move also distanced her from the highly publicized family real estate liquidations. 2 mansions sold for a combined $31 million at massive discounts, and cemented her independent financial identity. The central mystery is resolved. She bypassed venture capital entirely. She converted raw algorithmic attention into a zero-debt, high-margin brand that owns its formula, its audience, and its future. This is not redemption. This is structural arbitrage. The algorithm gave her a stage. The corporate structure gave her a fortress. To the members of the Capital Logic Network who support our channel and make this possible, thank you for everything.